OK， 这一个跟星期六的有一些不同，我改了一些 slides， 因为星期六的 slides 我用了一些在教会的分享，一个church sharing，so I rearrange my slides today, so hopefully I can have it cater towards a broader audience。也有一些是从香港的朋友来 ，so 如果我讲一些的话也可以。But anyways, let me stick it to English. If you need any translation, probably Sophie can help me. Sophie can speak But anyways, after the umbrella revolution, our group 我们的前世金融人张建中 the bankers and fund managers support Occupy Central. We rearranged the name of the group to 2047 Hong Kong Monitor from December 2014 onwards. So moving forward, we see a few trends coming up. Third wave of immigration, leaving Hong Kong. Now, the first wave definitely is before the Tiananmen massacre, which is 1989. And then the second wave was in right before 1997.
You should say something later to translate. Otherwise, she could not remember what she said.
好，那就先介绍一下，就是说，就是雨伞革命之后呢，就是说香港的这个基金经理，这群就是说财经界的人呢，就组成了一个就是2047的这样的一个监察委员会。那是从去年2014年8月份开始，然后我们是支持这个雨伞革命。
Okay, so the third wave that we see, it's happening right now. The third wave of immigration, meaning leaving Hong Kong, moving to different parts of the world.
我们现在看的情况就是很多香港人就已经开始外流海外，去移民到其他地方。
Yeah. So the way I look at it is that we have a finite countdown. 32 more years to go, another 10,000 more days, and that's it.
对我们来讲呢，就是说我们只能是倒数，就是从2047年往后倒数只有30多年，大概这样有10万天，对不对？
Yeah. And I don't think we have a clean government right now.
我不相信我们的政府是干净的。
And the strategy moving forward is very simple for our newly formed group, 2047 Hong Kong Monitor.
对我们来说，我们就是往前趋近的这个目的是很简单、很清楚。
As a watchdog towards the government, the Hong Kong and Beijing government.
我相信我们的任务就是去监察，就是北京和港府的行动。
And we are contemplating running for seats in both the district council and also the legislative council. District council.
我们是对监察这个区政府和那个就是立法院的立法委员会的一些就是。
Now the vexation, the agony is that a lot of us are moving back to Hong Kong, like from other countries. So unless you give up your Canadian, Australian passport, it is difficult to be a candidate for the legislative council.
在香港的情况就是说，如果就是说，通常我们大部分人都是持海外护照的，那除非我们是愿意放弃加拿大或者是美国、澳洲这些护照呢，就是说我们是没有办法直接参选的，在这是立法局的一个。
So even those who are, let's assume that their parents are CCP members, but they are already like a 3-star Hong Kong ID holders. And if they are a true yellow ribbon, we encourage them to really to be competing next year in the district, in the legislative council election.
有一些呢，他们有一些这些拿3颗星的这个，就是说永久居民港人呢，其实他们父母是中共党员的，但是呢，他们也是就说是支持，就说雨伞运动是黄四金的这个一个 这些人群，那我们也是希望鼓励他们明年参选。
Okay, so to really classify, like how we classify ourselves is we are conservative yellow ribbon, conservative yellow ribbon.
我们自己看自己也是，我们是一个就是说一个是保守的一个黄丝带人士。
Okay, so this is a picture that we took. This is the original Occupy Central with the Occupy Trio, and they recruited us, the 10 idiots, the 10 stooges, or they say 10个死尸 or Martin, call it 10 idiots.
这个是我们当时就是战中之后呢，就是他们雇佣我们的这个其中10个，就是认为我们是白痴的这样的这些人。
Not 白痴 but stooges. But anyways, I'm really thankful for my former classmate. He's 4 years my senior, alma mater, Benny Tai. He is a classmate of my elder brother. Benny is the chubby guy who wrote the column at Hong Kong DJ back in 2013.
对，就像刚才那个班尼泰是他的那个哥哥的以前的同学，所以呢，他非常感谢就是他们这些人对他们的这个。
So it's how it all got started. We had a conversation in March 2013, and I formed the Finance and Banking Group.
这是我们在2013年就开始就进行这方面的讨论，然后呢，就是我们之后就组织了这个组织。
And then, of course, you see I came in and referenced you, very happy. We didn't know it is more like a big political movement. I didn't know what I was getting into at that time.
所以对看到其中那几位，他们都是笑得很开心的。其实他们就是说，真的是很喜悦的事情。然后，但是他当时对自己来讲是，他不知道这个是将来对他来讲是走向一个何方。
Yeah, and then things get more serious, and then we had these different discussion groups in my office, and this is just 2 years ago, before the big July 1st rally. In my conference room, you see KM and Benny, me, and some other people from finance.
对，然后呢，之后呢，这些事情就越来越严肃。那他们是在我的办公室里，就是开的这些会，那我们是开了很多这样的会。
And of course, you see the owner of Apple Daily, Jimmy Lai, who was a democracy activist, Mark Bosch, like he supports Occupy.
在那您看到中间的这个图片，就是那个苹果日报的那个他的那个主席，就是林志英先生，他是支持民主的这么一个人士。
Now, why Hong Kong people should support, like democracy and fair play, and especially the Jingu movement, because we believe that we need transparency in the government, we need high impact governance.
那为什么我们这些作为金融来讲会参与这个就是说这样的一个活动呢？那我们觉得就是要看到它那个透明度，然后加上就是说政府的这个就是说民主啊这种趋向。
And we know these struggles, let's say mainlandization, that would happen no matter what. So the strategy moving forward is that you have all these people, even from mainland background, if they are true yellow ribbon, we accept it in our group, and then let them, go and try to be a candidate to run for offices. But first of all, they have to believe in 真普选. And second thing is they have to believe in 平反路制. That's at least I want to see. And also, they don't need to be a member of the political consultative party, in order to make a buck in the market, right? So they can be an honest business person, but that believe in all these core values that we believe in.
他说呢，就是大陆，就是说大陆化，就是对大陆化的这个趋向是不可以阻挡的。但是呢，我们还是希望，就是说这些真的就是相信民主，就说是真正的一些黄丝带人士，他们从大陆里来，然后能够相信真普选，然后能够有两个条件，一个就是说支持民主，另外呢就是说他是反对，就是说那个叫平反，就是说他是会支持平反64的这样的人士来参与我们，然后我们一起就是在高阶段，在高层对政府的一个监察。
Yeah, I think what I learned from Occupy movement is occupy stands with love and peace, with love and peace. And it is really difficult when you face the CCP to do it with love, because sometimes I have hate inside, which I shouldn't say that because as a believer in God, that hate, you should transform it into being angry. Having hatred, it's not something that you should have, but you are dealing with something very evil.
对于就是说这个就是说抗争中共的这个活动，对我来讲也是一个心理历程啊，就是说我的心会有一种憎恨。那对于信神来讲是应该将这些憎恨是化成爱的，所以他认为这种战中的活动就是一个爱和一个和平的一个活动。
And we really think that, honestly, at least to myself, that if they can kill a few million people, Tibetans, right? Back 60 years ago, 7 million, if the whole Hong Kong Zhupan being eliminated, they don't really give a damn. That's the way I look at it.
就是举个例子，就是说中共对那个藏人的这种清洗啊，就是说他这么多60年里，他清洗了大概有700万，就是跟香港这个整个港人这个人口差不多这么一个这样的一个人群，而且中共对他就是不屑一顾的，就是说对他们这种所作所为。
Well, back in the early 90s, I had the opportunity to be a broadcaster full-time. I ran the Chinese, meaning the Cantonese and the Mandarin section of a multicultural radio station. But you might think, why go Mandarin is still so bad? That's another story.
他曾经在就是说80年，然后他曾经就是说做过电台广播，那是关于就是多元化的这么一个文化的一个电台，但是他的普通话就说国语还是很糟糕，所以不要问他，他说的另外一个故事。
Yeah, See What I Learned was on my radio program back in '92 and '94, and I asked him, whether the CCP, the top officials, say story to the victims that were being killed, and whether our core values will be affected back then. And of course, he just swayed around, didn't answer the question, just not really answering the question.
曾经就是说，现任特首这个梁振英也曾经是他的就是说电台的那个座上客。那他曾经就问过他6·4，就说这种镇压是不是就说中共是用各种的方法，就说做了很多铺排。那梁振英当时的回答也是，就是说左摇右摆，不肯当面回答他的问题。
Yeah, just beating around the bush, but more deliberation days, more discussions in the office, and then we wrote a few actually strong statements addressing it to Xi Jinping himself in the Wall Street Journal, Financial Times of UK, and also New York Times, asking President Xi to basically honor what is prescribed in the Basic Law.
他们也就是这个组织也曾经写了，就是说10几封是很严厉的一些声明，是针对那个习近平主席的。然后这些也是发表在《华尔街日报》啊，然后那个英国的那个《财经时报》，还有那个就是。
Yeah, Financial Times, New York Times.
对，还有那个《纽约时报》，这些都发表过。
Yeah. Now, as Professor Kim Chen mentioned, the umbrella movement, took over after the tear gas cannons were launched, and before, the Occupy was a big chapter in my life, and now we just call ourselves Hong Kong 2047 Hong Kong Monitor and 2047 Hong Kong Finance Monitor for the small group who will be doing more lobbying.
那刚才就说，陈教授呢已经对雨伞占中啊，还有这些催泪弹啊，这些所有的这些一些重大的事情，已经就是向大家汇报过了。那我们现在呢，也从这个里边抽离出来，就是做我们的那个就是说监察的工作，那就是主要是高层的这种就是说游说。
Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna skip more because these are okay. So you have all seen these pictures, which is from the first day of the umbrella movement. This is September 28th when they launched the tear gas cannons.
对，这个是就说那个雨伞运动的第一天的情况，就说9月28号就说这个他们当时警队的这些铺排。
Yeah. So again, just to wear a more faith-based hat, there's a theologian by the name of Dietrich Bonhoeffer who wrote a few books, and he is also one of the masterminds behind the assassination of Hitler. And then you don't have to translate. I just get a quote from what it says in his, one of his books. Why we need to speak up for justice. Silence in the face of evil is itself evil. God will not hold us guiltless. Not to act is to act. Not to speak is to speak. So you cannot be a silent majority.
所以这个就是先引用一下这位就说很出名的那个，
他是一个 theologian， 是牧师。
哦，牧师 ，OK。那他也是就说这位也是神父、神学家，那他也是就说当时是刺杀那个希特勒的那个后边那个幕后人，那他就写了这样一本书，那这些都是他的引用，就说你的沉默呢，在邪恶面前的沉默呢，本身就是邪恶，那
No, we could be we could be angry, but we cannot have too much hatred if we want to continue long term for this democracy movement, because otherwise it's going to be very tough for ourselves.
他说，对我们来讲呢，就是说我们可以就是说生气，但是不应该拥有愤慨的心情。
Well, what do Hong Kong people want? Hong Kong people want as a status quo, like I guess at least. Like protecting our core values, freedom of speech, freedom of press, the rule of law, but these things are kind of under threat.
是，对于香港人来讲，就是说他们是保持这种原有的这种我们的那个法治，我们的那个对信仰、对言论的自由，我们这是核心的价值。那这是当前香港人所想保护的。
Anyways, I also write for financial newspaper, Hong Kong EJ, so they just slashed my column right before Occupy in September last year, just to silence everyone, basically.
对啊，就像这个就说自我就是检视，就说我曾经也给《新报》的写专栏，那在就战争之前呢，我的这个专栏也给完全就给铲掉。
Right, but anyways, we have more independent media, so to speak. The next one coming up is called Hong Kong Free Press, and then there's also D100. If you have a Facebook, please like D100, which is they've got a very good Facebook page to show what's going on in Hong Kong.
现在呢，我们就建立一些是完全就是独立的一些自由的就是说印刷和电台。
Yeah.
其中
Internet radio.
就是电脑上的那个。
Yeah. Yeah. Alex, Lester has a show there. KM got a show. I got a show at D100. So please support.
所以在座的有一些像 Alex 啊，像 Mr. Fan 啊，都是教授也在，陈教授在，还有他都是这个主持人之一。
Yeah. Anyways, the Hong Kong Free Press is started by this gentleman on the left, the tall guy, and we are all members of the FCC, the Foreign Correspondents Club, which are on the Press Freedom Committee there as well.
那这个 Hong Kong Free Press 就是香港自由传媒呢，是由旁边的高个子那个先生发起的。那我们也都是香港那个就是外国记者俱乐部的会员。
Yeah. So we took this in the Occupy site back in October, and then if you want to know the web page address is hongkongfp.com. So it's not launched yet. It will be launched.
那就是说这个当然是我们一起就是在那个当时战中那个作为背景，那个时候照了一张相。那这个就是我们上面呢就是我们的网站，但是现在还没有完全就是说成立。
Yeah. So. If you talk about the inequality in Hong Kong, the way I look at it is 7 million population, 0.01%. 700 families control your real estate, your electricity, your supermarket, and whatnot. And one picture that really makes me feel I'm very much powerless is back in early September last year. All these 70 out of the 700 tycoons, they went up to Beijing and met up with Xi Jinping. You can see Li Ka-shing, Li Shouqi, Guo Hongnian, and then this is Guo Jin, the chairman of WeLaw. So all these, it's like there's a default transaction at the very top. The old power, the old ruling class will be replaced by the new princelings. So I shouldn't use the word mafia, but it's like saying, hey, now your time is finished. You know, they will be replaced, or they're having some negotiation at the very top. That leaves the middle class and the grassroots in a much worse situation, because I don't see, you know, how the new, what I call the ruling class will better from the old 我们说霸权、地产霸权、supermarket 霸权 and whatever. But the new guys, I don't know, like we got a question mark. So it's normal Hong Kong business.
对香港人来讲呢，就是说香港700万人的人口，那可能有700个，就是说家庭，是非常的，就是说具有，就是说对香港的这些经济是具有绝对的一种控制性的。那这个700个家庭里有70个家庭是巨富家庭，那他们在我们就是战中期间呢，他们就跑去北京去见习近平，那在座的都是香港这些巨头巨富。那当时我是觉得，就是说感觉到非常的，就是说没有，就是说能力没有办法那这些巨头的这些香港巨富呢，将来也会被太子党的这些人全部换掉。那这些新上来的这些领导层，他们会对将来的香港会有什么样的一个，就是说一个治理？那又是一个，就是说不明的一个，就是说一个问题。那这个都是我们很希望知道的。
Okay, one thing I think that makes me feel even more concerned. It's the massive wealth that's hidden in Cayman accounts and BVI accounts by the paramount leaders from Deng Xiaoping all the way to Xi Jinping. More than $4 trillion terms, so that's if we're hidden somewhere related with their family members of sorts. And every one of them, they will have a Canadian or Australian passport. While they ask you to love the country, love the party, and all that crap, but you know, everyone is trying to flee away.
更令人就是说不可思议，也是令人伤心的，就是说这些中国的所谓的一些领导人呢，他们自己的财产都是上万亿的，他们的那个钱都存在凯门岛自己本身又有。台湾Cayman Island。Cayman是凯门岛。然后这些就是说，或者是英属群岛这里，那他们的那个家产都是分散到各个地方，然后自己本身呢，有可能是加拿大人，持加拿大护照，或者是澳洲护照，或者其他的护照，然后准备随时可以逃离中国。
So a lot of these funny money, suspicious money, they are occupying not just Hong Kong, occupying globally. 占领全世界。
然后这些钱巨大的这种资金呢，他们不只是在占据着香港，也其实在占据着全世界的金融市场。
Well, as it says here in the article, the newspaper Diplomat, enough is enough. Chinese officials must declare their assets, their personal assets too. Why can't they do it? I mean, President Obama, before he got elected, you know, the Americans, they know how much of the net worth of his family was, right? And after he got elected, after 2 best-selling books, everybody knows that the whole family's net worth is around 12-13 million because of the 2 best-selling books of the royalty that he got. How come there's no transparency here, like for all the paramount leaders of China?
他曾经写了一篇文章，就说， 这个够了。中国的这些领导人呢，这些官员应该也是要披露他自己的财产。那他就举个例子，就说美国的总统奥巴马在他参选之前，让美国人是知道他的净资产是多少。那参选之后，因为他出了2本很畅销的书，那他就说他的现在净资产大概是1200万那个美金这样子，所以这是很透明的。所以为什么美国人可以这样做，中国的领导不可以
？So the evil part is that 專權天下金權天下 right? So once they control, the political side and also the economic side, it's very difficult for Hong Kong to have a real transformation.
对于香港来讲呢，就是说这些人是拿着这个叫做金权天下，他们又有权又有钱，然后对香港人来讲呢，就是说是个很就是说
重生香港重生
的这个机会是怎么样？是很艰难。
So it's not like like going to the streets and say, well, we are bullshit. We need more strategy. For instance, in the upcoming election, definitely someone who is not being perceived as a 反对党, but someone who is yes 反对党, but also we need a dialogue. This is something we will try to do moving forward. Otherwise, they will just do anything possible to oppress us.
我就觉得呢，就是说，如果是走上街上去呼喊口号真普选，那还是不是那么简单的？就是我需要有一个策略，去怎么去让这个就是说能够真正就是说不是对手党的人能够参与到这些政治里面。
Right, and for those who want to stay in touch, definitely 204.7 Hong Kong Monitor, we have a Facebook page too, so just facebook.com 204.7 HK Monitor, so you'll see more of us. I don't think we will be in jail soon because everything drastic, but definitely we are very vocal. We will be more vocal and get more professionals who want to be vocal, but not really upsetting them too much.
那这个是我的联络方式，那希望大家我们保持联络。那当然我也不相信，就是开了玩笑了，就是说我也不相信我们很快就会给人关进监狱去，因为我们这一群人呢都是一些就是 professional 是专业人士，那我们也会不停的去用我们的声音去抗争，我们会在这方面呢就说会去。
Yeah, so keep up the light. Thank you very much.
For your session, question and answers. Your question first.
OK. 连振英说过，如果香港的年轻人如果不喜欢现在香港的环境的话，可以去外面跑看看。然后他又说，但是现在人才不好，所以要输入内地的人才。这个基本上已经讲得很明确，是这个种族进化，就是 ethnic cleansing 的一种做法。所以我觉得现在香港的情况是很严为之急，因为可能继续这样做的话，你已经说过，现在有第3个那个人潮要去移民了，现在受不了的去移民，然后又从大陆把那个已经洗了脑的那个顺民变成香港人，几十年以后根本都不用抗争了，是吧？这是 ethnic cleansing。我们一定要记住，不是我们恨那个中国人，大陆人，但是大陆的政府的政策就是这样，而且就是那个人斗人是他们一向用来他们的手法，就是用人来斗人。另外一个我想说一下的就是我们这个民主的抗争，年轻人是很对这方面是很积极的，但是呢老一辈的人，我们怎么样把这个 message 给他们，让他们知道民主是影响他们日常的生活的， 不是光是那个一票我不要爽就算了，是吧？
Okay, the way I look at it, like for instance, Hong Kong FS, you have Lester and Alex. The term, yeah, it's kind of over, right? And then they have the new Secretary General coming up, and then the other group, for instance, Hong and CC, right? You have Joshua Wong, and then he is the convener. So his role is more difficult. This 18-year-old boy, because unlike the Hong Kong FS, they have different terms. And then the younger generation, I think if they have this what I call calm down, right? The mode, they have to be backed by the general public in Hong Kong, like the normal people, the 99.99%. You know, the top 0.01%, they all count out to Beijing. You know, like you see Gong Teng and Li Ka-shing already moved the legal jurisdiction of his company to Cayman. Like, so you know they have to hedge the political risk. There's no quick fix, and how can we continue with the fight? Now, would it be like Tibet, which is you talk about cleansing? It's not ethnic cleansing of sorts. We kind of well, the way I look at it is I'm more pessimistic, and that's why I say, you know, hey, for those who are whose parents are Comintang members, but they are like a 3-star Hong Kong ID, but they go to Lok Se Yao, and then they go to and then they come up with a strong stance against anything that's fake. They should join us in try to win for seats in the legislative council. And this is just a very small thing that we can do now. But would there be a big revolution coming up? And then I just talked to some people who are the student activists. They say, hey, maybe if there's bloodshed, meaning that 如果有流血的 incidents, 即係有人死咗. But then, you know, do you think the CCP would change with a change of heart? No. So the international community, we have to speak up. And Australia cannot be too weak because they have the number one trading partner, I think, is China, right? Canada, actually, they have done a good job so far. You know, after 26 years of silence, the foreign minister actually put a statement saying that whatever happened in the Tiananmen crackdown was wrong, and then they should have a good explanation to the victims, right? So read it, Google it, and I think if more foreign countries who do business with China, they do speak up, not just try to get look at the business side of things. I think we have a better chance to have a democracy. Same thing with Tibet or even Taiwan.
停止了，不再接受提问，吃饭时间到了。